The truth behind the Jian family massacre revealed. The killer was hiding right beside Mingshu and Lu Cheng. The real culprit behind the annihilation of the Jian family had been hiding in plain sight right beside Mingshu. Not only that, he disguised himself as a righteous man, feigning kindness to get close to her with malicious intent. So who exactly is this man? How did he manage to gain the trust of Mingshu and Lu Cheng? His name is Cao Hai, the commanding general stationed in Jiangning. On the surface, he appeared gallant and upright, often lending a helping hand to Mingshu and Lu Cheng. Whenever Mingshu faced trouble in the capital, Cao Hai would show up just in time to assist her. When Lu Cheng encountered obstacles in his official career, Cao Hai would step in and speak on his behalf. He frequently brought local specialties from Jiangning to gift to Mingshu, stirring vague memories of her hometown. Moved by his gestures, Mingshu gradually grew grateful and humble, and before long, both she and Lu Cheng came to trust him deeply. Outsiders praised their good fortune, believing they had met a chivalrous and warm-hearted man. Even Mingshu began to let her guard down, treating Cao Hai like an elder brother she could rely on. But who could have imagined that the very man they trusted, Cao Hai, was the demon who had drenched the Jian family in blood? Though Cao Hai was an expert at keeping up appearances, clues to his sinister nature slowly began to surface. Once, Mingshu happened to bring up the investigation into the massacre. For a fleeting moment, Cao Hai's gaze turned cold and dark, though he quickly returned to his usual expression. He advised Mingshu to stop dwelling on the past, saying some things were better left buried. At the time, Mingshu thought he was merely concerned for her safety. But looking back, that look in his eyes clearly held both killing intent and fear. On another occasion, Mingshu discovered a ledger in Cao Hai's study. Flipping through it casually, she noticed several suspicious entries, possibly tied to missing military funds. When she questioned him, Cao Hai became visibly flustered and snatched the book away. He claimed it was merely a merchant account book, but his reaction planted seeds of doubt in Mingshu's heart. From that moment on, she began investigating him in secret. By tracking his movements, she found that he frequently met with mysterious individuals in secret. The most chilling discovery came during one of these surveillance sessions. Mingshu overheard something that froze her blood. Cao Hai was the true perpetrator behind the Jian family massacre. Years ago, he had been a military officer who embezzled reward funds. When the Jian family patriarch uncovered his crimes, Cao Hai colluded with mountain bandits to silence him and steal the family's vast fortune. Together, they staged a bloody massacre that wiped out the entire Jian household. Since then, Cao Hai had lurked in the shadows, secretly monitoring Mingshu. The moment he noticed her digging into the truth, he approached her in disguise, intending to eliminate her before she exposed him. The only reason he hadn't acted yet was because, during his time with her, he developed a twisted desire for her beauty and intellect. He wanted to possess her entirely. When the truth came to light, Mingshu felt her world collapse. She never imagined that the person she trusted the most was the very one who had destroyed her family. Rage and hatred surged within her like a violent storm. She swore to herself, Cao Hai must pay dearly for his crimes. But Cao Hai was not an easy foe. Once he realized Mingshu had grown suspicious, he immediately launched a new scheme, preparing to strike again, this time to eliminate her once and for all. A tense and deadly showdown between the two is about to unfold. Will Mingshu be able to escape Cao Hai's clutches and avenge the blood feud of her family? What other vile schemes might Cao Hai have up his sleeve? And in this fierce battle for revenge, what role will Lu Cheng, the one who's always stood by Mingshu's side, play?